A chosen woman does not chase the world. She makes the world chase her. But there is a price for standing tall, for seeing beyond what others see. The air is thinner at the top, and the road to greatness is often a lonely one. She walks with a fire in her heart, one that refuses to be extinguished by doubt, fear, or the noise of the crowd. There was a time when she tried to fit in, when she dimmed her light, just so others wouldn't feel small around her. But the moment she chose herself, she lost them. Not because she was unworthy of their company, but because they were unprepared for her journey. Greatness does not come to those who beg for acceptance. It comes to those who dare to be misunderstood. She has been called difficult, too ambitious, too different. They whisper behind her back, wondering why she always walks alone. But she knows the truth. Her silence is not emptiness, it is strength. Her solitude is not sadness, it is focus. She has faced storms that would have broken lesser souls. She has stood in the face of doubt, in the face of betrayal, and still she has walked forward. The world does not always celebrate the woman who refuses to be small. It fears her, it questions her, and sometimes it punishes her. But she does not waver, because she knows that the world remembers only those who dare to be more. A chosen woman does not walk alone because she has no choice. She walks alone because she chooses to. She chooses the fire of her dreams over the comfort of mediocrity. She chooses the weight of her destiny over the ease of blending in. She has learned that the right people will find her, not in the crowd, but on the path she carves for herself. Until then, she walks, not with sadness, not with regret, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that every legend, every icon, every woman who ever changed the world walked alone before the world caught up to her. She doesn't beg for company. She doesn't slow her pace to match the ones who cannot keep up. A chosen woman walks with purpose, with fire in her soul, and not everyone is built to walk beside her. There was a time when she tried, when she waited for others to understand her vision, when she softened her voice so they wouldn't feel uncomfortable, when she carried people who had no intention of moving forward. But greatness does not come from waiting. It comes from walking, even when you have to do it alone. She has seen people walk away, not because she failed them, but because they failed to see what she was becoming. Some couldn't handle her ambition. It made them question their own. Others wanted her to remain small, easy to control, easy to predict. But she was never meant to be caged. She intimidates those who fear ambition, outgrows those who refuse to evolve, and unnerves those who are content with mediocrity. The world does not always appreciate a woman who refuses to settle. It asks her to shrink, to compromise, to wait. But she does not wait, because waiting means watching her dreams slip through her fingers while she stands still for people who were never meant to join her at the top. She has learned that not all company is good company. Some will walk with her only when the road is easy. Some will cheer for her only when it benefits them. And some will pretend to support her, all while secretly hoping she fails. A chosen woman does not need such company. She would rather walk alone than be surrounded by those who do not truly stand with her. So she moves forward. With every step, the path becomes clearer, and the weight of unnecessary people fades. She is not afraid of solitude, because solitude is where she hears her own voice the loudest. She knows that the right people will find her. Not the ones who slow her down, not the ones who hold her back, but the ones who are strong enough, bold enough, and destined enough to walk beside her. Until then, she walks alone, not out of loneliness, but out of necessity, because not everyone is meant to walk with her. And that is the price of being chosen. She has learned that loneliness and solitude are not the same. She does not fear being alone because she has met herself in the silence. And that has been the greatest companionship of all. There was a time when she believed she needed others to feel whole. She searched for approval, for belonging, for hands that would hold hers through the storms. But the more she grew, the more she realized strength is not found in numbers. It is found in the quiet moments, when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when she has only herself to rely on. She has walked through fire that would have burned most to ashes. She has faced storms that came without warning, stood in battles where she had no backup, and yet she did not fall. Not because someone caught her, but because she caught herself. A chosen woman does not crumble under pressure. She does not wait for someone to save her. She becomes her own savior. The world tells her she needs companionship, that she must be surrounded, that she must be validated, but she knows the truth. Strength is not in how many people stand beside her, but in how fiercely she stands alone. She has seen people come and go, whispering promises that time proved empty. She has learned that not everyone who walks with her walks for her. So she has stopped chasing, stopped waiting, stopped needing. She has built herself so strong that her own company is enough. She knows that if she ever stumbles, she will rise. If she ever falls, she will heal. And if she ever feels the weight of the world, she will carry it. Without breaking, without bending, without begging. She chooses strength over companionship because she has seen what happens when you rely too much on others. People change. They leave. They disappoint. But she remains. She endures. She thrives. And so she walks alone but never lonely, strong but never hardened, fearless but never unfeeling. She does not need a hand to hold to know her worth. She does not need voices in the background to remind her of who she is. She is enough. She has always been enough. And that is why she stands, not waiting for companionship but embracing the power of her own strength. She sees what others cannot. She dreams of things that seem impossible. And that is both her gift and her burden. A chosen woman walks a path that no one has walked before. She speaks of visions that others dismiss as madness. She carries ideas too big for the ordinary mind to grasp, and for that, she is often alone. Not because she lacks love, but because few can comprehend the weight she carries. There was a time when she tried to explain, when she shared her dreams, hoping someone would understand. But she learned quickly that not everyone is meant to see what she sees. Some laughed, some doubted, some told her to be realistic, to settle, to stop reaching for things beyond her grasp. But what they did not know is that she was never built for limits. She has felt the exhaustion of carrying a vision that no one else believes in. She has questioned herself in the silence of the night, wondering if maybe, just maybe, they were right. But every time she tried to walk away from her destiny, something inside her refused to let go. That is the burden of vision. It does not leave you. It does not quiet down. It does not fade. It calls you, even when the road ahead is uncertain. She knows that walking this path means sacrifice. It means losing people who do not understand. It means enduring doubt from those who cannot see. It means pushing forward even when fear whispers that she should stop. But she also knows that every great leader, every legend, every force of change once stood where she stands. She does not ask for permission to dream. She does not wait for validation. She knows that the world only sees the vision once it becomes reality. Until then, she walks alone, carrying the weight of something greater than herself. One day, they will understand. One day, they will look back and realize she was right. But by then, she will have already moved forward, on to the next vision, the next impossible dream, the next mountain to climb, because that is who she is. A chosen woman, burdened with vision, blessed with purpose, and destined to lead, no matter how lonely the journey may be. She does not walk where the path is easy. She does not follow footsteps already imprinted in the sand. A chosen woman creates her own way, carving through the impossible, knowing that legends are never born in comfort. Every great name, every icon, every woman who changed history once walked alone. Not because they wanted to, but because the journey to greatness is never crowded. The world does not celebrate pioneers while they are still walking. It watches from a distance, waiting for them to fall, waiting for them to quit. But a chosen woman does not stop. She does not break. She does not turn back. She has been called stubborn, too ambitious, too bold for a world that prefers its women quiet. But she knows that quiet women do not make history. The ones who refuse to be tamed, who refuse to fit the mold, who dare to demand more, they are the ones who change everything. And change is never welcomed easily. There are days when she feels the weight of her path, when the silence around her is deafening. There are moments when she wishes the journey did not have to be this lonely. But then she remembers, legends are not made in the company of the ordinary. They rise in solitude, in resilience, in the fire that refuses to die. She is not walking for applause. She is not walking to be understood. She walks because something inside her will not let her stand still. Because there is a fire in her soul that refuses to be dimmed. Because she knows that the pain of walking alone is far less than the regret of never trying. One day, they will speak of her name. They will tell stories of the woman who dared, who defied, who conquered. But she will not wait for that day. She will not wait for approval, for acknowledgement, for a crowd to cheer her on. She walks now, today, alone if she must, because she knows the truth. Greatness is not given, it is taken. And only those who walk without fear, without doubt, without hesitation, only they become legends. And so, she walks.